Hello, everybody. It's Kenny at Night at the Museum. Not really. It's getting ready for the Gateway Classic coming up this weekend. So I know a lot of people are already headed to the game. I was just finishing up preparations and packing some of the museum up. So we'll see you there at the museum. My father is also going to be attending. So that'll be great. Let's see if I can fix that light. There we go. That's kind of better. Yeah, so in typical paintball fashion, I'm fixing some a paintball gun, nice Tippmann A5, because I probably have the parts for it to use with the band on Saturday and Sunday. Again, Gateway Classic, St. Louis, Missouri. This Saturday and Sunday, it's the grand finale of the WCPL series. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to give a quick update. I didn't make the show last week. I was in Utah. Bill filled in. So I just decided I was out here working on this paintball gun and figured I'd throw you guys on the air with me. And it's not super exciting, right? But it may be interesting to some. But anyway, yeah. So museum, yeah, we got about looks like 130-ish guns going to the event for the museum, and we are going to have those on display. We have a new guest helping us with the museum this weekend at the WCPL. He's riding with us. He's up here in Michigan with us. His name's George Hay. And if you've watched the show for any extended period of time, you'll know that he's been on before. So yeah, he's going to be joining us, and I believe even camping out with the museum. So that's nice of him. Keep it nice and safe. But yeah, you can check it out at the Gateway Classic, and it's a great field. Tim Schloss really went all out. Building it for us a couple years ago, and he continues to improve on it. And man, this A5 is cankerous. But anyway, yeah, he continues to improve on it. It's a great field. I believe he only uses it for the WCPL. Parking lot can fit almost 100 vehicles, I believe, now. And he usually has some stellar parking attendants. Previous years, we had Ross Alexander of Bushmaster SI parking cars, and which, from my understanding, is his day job, really, more or less. And we've had Bud Orr out parking cars, but usually he has a backup, of people, because people sit and chat with him, and he shoots the breeze. So, yeah, sometimes that causes a backup, but it's all the fun. And we've had Jim Lively before out there parking cars. So just pure legends, just parking cars. Nothing wrong with that. And we appreciate their help with us parking cars. Yeah, so it's a nice groomed field. It's definitely in the woods by itself. So it's right on the Missouri River in Gateway Paintball. Gateway Paintball, again, owned by Tim Schloss, which is the creator of Tiger Stripe Paintball. And he owns the Gateway Paintball Park there. And it is a beautiful field, very well taken care of, and right there on the banks of the Missouri River for your viewing enjoyment. Yeah, something fun about this gun that I just pulled out of a box. This came out of the Ranger paintball tank. This was their rear gunner. Had a quick air adapter, and they had it hooked to a couple scuba tanks under the floor so that they could power it. And then you could just swivel around in the chair in the back there, and they had about 5 different gun ports you could pick from to shoot out of. And then the thing held like 10,000 paintballs, so they had pods strapped everywhere on the inside. So anyway, we're just, I have not opened this up, and it probably hasn't been used in quite a few years. I didn't even try to see if it worked, but it could work. But we're going to give it a full rebuild in hopes for me to be able to use this. Because believe it or not, I have all these guns, but I'm scared to use a lot of them for actual use. Most of them are historical, right? So we don't use them for that. But then, the ones that are more common, right? Like this A5. That's if I can show you here, it's pretty ratty, right? It's got some paint bubbling and peeling, and it was used and abused, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's a Tippmann; it'll last forever. So yeah, the Tippmanns, I'm not scared to use these like A5s to because I can rebuild them. This will probably work better than it did when I got it, and so it's like a mini restoration, but. Playing with a piece of history. Hopefully we can get her working. She's pretty gummy. So, yeah, so back to the WCPL. Yep, so we're going to leave out tomorrow, the museum will, and be down to Earth City, where Gateway is, Thursday night. So it takes me about 9 hours on a good day to get there. We'll be traveling through... from this area, which I'm just south of Saginaw, Michigan, if you know where that's at, or Flint, just north of Flint. And yeah, so from this area to, we'll be traveling through Lansing, and then from Lansing through, the south part of Michigan, and then into Fort Wayne, Indiana, home of PB Sports. And if you're ever in that area, please check out Jay at PB Sports. He's right off the interstate. And so from there, we'll be going to Indianapolis. And then from Indianapolis, across Illinois into Missouri. They're in St. Louis. And yes. And the hotel that they have right there next to the field is... it's a real nice hotel. It's got a pool, hot tub, and all these paintball players. So that'll make it even funner. Always a good time. They have a bar and restaurant there. And previous years, we seem to have drank them dry on Friday nights. So it'll be an interesting. See if it happens again. Nothing wrong with it, but they're never really quite prepared for what's coming. So it'll be a great event, though. Looking forward to seeing everybody. I'm hoping everybody can make it. Ooh, this is gummy. And I've got to pack Gumby's rat that I've been holding hostage for about a year now. Oh, yeah, look at this ball detent. She's flat, pancake, crispy. Put a new one in there. It looks like they were shooting some blue balls because it's got some blue paint caked in here still. I'll just show you that there. It's nasty. Oh, something fell out. All right. But anyway, yeah, so that'll be, it's a great hotel. And then the Gateway also reserves some rooms if you were wise enough to pre-book. And those rooms were only like $120-ish for a night. And you can get king size or twin rooms. And yeah, everybody's right there in the same spot. It's really nice. Gas station on the corner for your gas station snacks on the way to the field. So you can walk there. And if you happen to fly into the area and you don't wish to rent a car, great news. It's only 8 minutes from the St. Louis airport. So you can either Uber, or there's usually a bunch of people coming and going from the airport that can give you a ride. Tim has in past years volunteered to come get you. So we can make it happen. If you get to the hotel, there's always plenty of rides going back and forth, as a lot of people are staying at the hotel. So again, I hope to see everybody there. Looking forward to it. Hopefully some people get to see the museum that haven't been able to. Obviously, there's only 135 guns. I think Bill's going to bring a few guns to add to the museum from his collection that I requested. Let's see if he has time to gather them up. But other than that, it'll be a good trip. So it'll take me about 9 hours to get there. So hopefully I can leave sometime midday tomorrow. Sadly, I do have to work tomorrow. That's an old ratchet. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on at the this weekend. Obviously, it's the WCPL. There's obviously other big events going on, and I hope everybody has a great time out playing paintball. But yeah, we'll definitely be at the WCPL. My father's also coming. For all of you fans of my father, so he'll be hanging out with us also. His first time to Gateway, along with George Hay. So yeah, we've got find my mouse in my junk here. We got Ryan Courtney watching. Hey, Ryan. He says, howdy. And we've got TJ Clark. WCPL is going to be wild this year, of course. So, yeah, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, there's not really a planned show. It's just I just happen to be sitting here and just happen to be the time that the show is normally on. So I figured I would, why not just turn it on for a few moments and chat with you guys. If I chat with you guys, I get to talk to myself. So it's really nice. Yeah, and so I guess that's really all that's going on. It looks like the weather's going to be fantastic. It's going to be in the mid 70s in the midday, and it'll be in the looks like low 60s, upper 50s or something at night. So that'd be perfect. We've got the pandas watching from Paintball Preserve. It's a shame they can't make it. If you are making it, great, but I'm assuming you guys aren't. It's usually always something going on this weekend with you guys. We've commandeered Joe before, but the pandas, I don't think I've seen the pandas there off the top of my head. But yep. But if you need to see the pandas, you need to go to Paintball to Go. They have some great events going on there, and the pandas like to be there. So join them there. A little fact here. Ratchets, this clear thing here in the Cyclone, if they're clear, they're old, and they will shear. And you got to get the ones that are solid black. And sure enough, I probably have one here somewhere, but you got to replace them, otherwise they shear off. I thought I had a perfectly good one at an event I played at recently, and here's some black ones. So yeah, they need to be black, otherwise they shear off. That's just a fun fact of Tippmann. They changed the model, I guess, changing the plastic at some point, but yeah, that's got to be fixed. But yeah, I think Pirates Plunder is this weekend or is coming up soon. Let's see here. We've got another JC Johnson watching. See you this weekend. Well, JC, we will see you. This weekend. Can't wait to see you. Hope we get to enjoy a little bit of the museum. And we got Paintball Preserve. Again, yes, you can come to their field. More importantly, thank you, Pandas, for that reminder that they have a great field there also. So please check them out. You know anything they do, they go big or go home. So just expect a great time at the Paintball Preserve, which they're also in the area near Paintball to Go. What else we got going on here? Rolla, Missouri. Yeah, see, if I just read the whole sentence. Yeah, so really that's all that's going on. Our amazing road trip to St. Louis, the Gateway. And I think that is our last event for the museum this year. And next year, I don't know. I don't know where our first event will be next year. Usually it's Monte Casino. I didn't make it to Monte Casino this year due to a daddy-daughter dance and a wedding anniversary. So we'll see where that lands this coming year. I hope I can make it. Or maybe I try something different. The museum is a lot easier now. It's in the trailer. Speaking of trailer, I've had fun with that over the past couple of days, trying to get that ready. Obviously, coming back from a trip from Salt Lake, been kind of busy. And so I was getting the trailer ready, and I have to replace the hitch because we had a sway problem. Not a big deal, but did have to fix it. And so I put a new hitch on it with an anti-sway system. Seems to be working well. I got her up to 70 today, and she held up pretty good. And let's see here. Then the one turn signal didn't work. And this is a fun story for those that have all the time in the world, nothing else better to do. So I have two tail lights on the thing, and they're brake lights and blinkers and running lights. So the one side flashes for the blinker and the other side does not. So I was like, oh, it's a bad LED. It doesn't, the bright feature doesn't work. So I went to the store. They didn't really have one that fit the exact hole that I have. So I got one similar and I'm like, oh, we'll make it fit. So I got back home and I was looking at the old one and it looks like a retrofit. So when you pull the center glass out, it has a socket that plugs into the old socket that used to be incandescent. And then had pigtails that came out of that and fed the LED. And so I said, I wonder if I have a light bulb for that. So I just put the light bulb in and sure enough, it lights, but no turn signal. So I said, oh, well, maybe I have a wiring problem. So there's a lot of junction shady wiring in the trailer. So I started following it back and all the way to the hitch and still good. But before I realized that there was a power problem, I took the old light and I had to saw the back of it off, the LED portion. So I just had the lens that I could screw back on. And so I put the light bulb in and screwed the lens back on. So now I have a red light, but it didn't work because there was a wiring problem. So I followed it all the way back to the hitch and took everything apart, put it all back together. And at the very end, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I was just looking at things and moving some wires around here and there, everywhere. And all of a sudden it started working. So, yeah, that was all wasted time and the whole sawing of the back off and going shopping for a light. So I don't know. It's only 4 hours of my day wasted trying to fix that tonight. Got it working. Yesterday, I was like, I better check the bearing grease and the axles. We're going for a long cruise. And so I started looking at those. And would you believe I had a bad bearing? So I decided to replace all 4 bearings of the trailer. I guess there's 2 bearings for each. So 8 bearings and re-grease them all. So that was a very messy task that I was up till late last night putting that together. So the axle should be good. It also has electric brakes, and one of those were seized on. I don't have electric brakes in my vehicle, so that was fun. So yeah, now I'm packing, and it's 9:00. And get a little late, and then go to work in the morning, and then we'll drive 9 hours after work and gather up George Hay and my dad, and we'll be on our way to the Gateway Classic. So, yep, the museum should be good. I did not make any significant improvements in the museum since the last outing at Health Survivors. So you have to check it out next year for the updates that I hopefully I'll have time for this winter, which is better painting, better electrical things, lighting, etc. But yeah, we'll make it better. But it takes time. So, yep, check it out at the Gateway Classic. But nonetheless, that's all I really had tonight. I have to beat some pins into this ratchet, and nobody wants to sit here and watch me beat pins into a ratchet. So, because when I smash my finger, nobody's going to want to hear that either. So, yeah, I'll just wrap it up there. And I appreciate everybody watching tonight. Short episode. Godspeed for watching. I don't know if Bill brought it up. I didn't watch the whole show, I'll be honest with you, from last week. But we do have War Game Products, and they are working diligently on making their new autocockers with Mean Gene. And if you'd like to support them, I think I have a QR code I can throw up on the screen, maybe, if it works. I don't know if it works. It's not looking. Oh, there it is. Aha. Yep, so if you scan that, it will take you to War Game Products' website where you can pre-order some of their fantastic goodies. Or if you're restoring autocockers, you can also go to autocockerparts.com, also owned by Mean Gene. Mean Gene also gracefully donated enough money to pay for, he's sponsoring the show. So if you haven't noticed the little logo over here in the corner, that is because he's paying for it. So we appreciate him paying for that. This gives us more features to our podcast software. Has able to have more people on. Intro video like you saw coming in. All brought to you by a paid subscription to StreamYard. which is the program we use, but wouldn't be made possible without me and Gene. Generosity. So if you see their logo pop up, they are just helping us out, spread the word of paintball stuff and history. But with that said, everybody's done listening to me ramble. I'm sure it could go on for hours, but nobody wants to listen to that. And since there's really no live audience, you can't really read like everybody's falling asleep, passing out, or hitting the floor. So just got to go with it that everybody's done with me. So with that said, I will see you guys this weekend. That'll be at the Gateway Classic. And then everybody else, we will see you back here hopefully not probably next week, but the following week. We have another board meeting following week. So and some cool things developing in that we'll talk about more if we get it worked out at the WCPL, actually. So, come check us out, and hope you guys have a good weekend playing paintball wherever you're playing paintball. Yep.